It is night time here in Willoughby. The sun has gone down and night and its darkness are closing in. As a youngster, I remember being afraid of the dark, of asking my parents to leave a light on so that I could see. Though I'm now quite happy to sleep in pitch black, if things are worrying me or are concerning, then it is in the dark of night that those anxieties, those concerns, that fear seems most heightened. During these times of coronavirus, of the lockdown being lifted, of new ways of being, an uncertain future. It is in these times that we have become afraid of each other's company, staying 2 meters apart, wearing masks, anxious, scared about being with other people. It can feel as though we're in the deepest depths of night, that darkness is all around. Even as lockdown lifts, there is an anxiety as to whether more cases, more spread, more people will be infected. There is anxiety in not seeing the people we love, friends and family, those whom we long to be with but are scared to be with, those whom it is normal for us to see, those whom we spend time with in our hobbies, our social life, our work, at church. It is easy to feel alone and afraid. At the time that Isaiah was writing, Israel felt alone, afraid, uncertain of the future, people in exile, yet the empire waning. Who will take over? What will happen next? You may be noticing as I'm filming the odd flash of light. That flash is a thunderstorm in the distance. Occasional light breaking into the darkness. When Isaiah speaks those words of comfort, he is bringing light into the darkness, because the people of Israel have forgotten the deepest of their truths, the most important fact of their existence. They have forgotten that at previous times, when all has seemed lost, when life has seemed difficult, when all hope has gone, it was God himself who saved them in Egypt, God himself who journeyed with them through the desert, God himself who journeys with them now. God ever constant, ever loving, ever ready to save. And so Isaiah remembers and reminds the people, have you not known? Have you not heard? Has it not been told to you from the very beginning of time? In these times, in these difficult times when we feel alone, we might remember that we are never alone. In these strange times when we cannot meet together, when we cannot see each other physically, when we can only see images of each other on computer screens, or hear voices over a telephone, it does not mean that God is not present. It does not mean that God is only an image on a computer screen. It doesn't mean that God was only words in a book. God is not a myth of the past. But God is ever present, here in this present time with us, sitting in the darkness alongside us, holding us dear. It is God who is above all things. It is God who journeys with us. One of the things I have missed in the last few months is the journey to school. We usually park a little way from the school gate, and me and Joel get out of the car and we walk. And often we walk holding hands. Holding each other's hand is a way of reminding each other that we are there, that we are present to each other, that we love each other, that we protect each other, that we have a close bond that makes us family. And it is that image which Isaiah uses of God. I will uphold you with my victorious right hand. In these times when things can appear difficult, when we can be anxious for the future, wondering will we ever return to a normal way of life. It is in these times that in our deep anxiety, in our deep longing to be together, in our deep need to not be alone, that God takes hold of our hand to comfort, to reassure, but also to lead us on. As we walk to school, we are making a journey. It has a beginning and an ending. In our journey of life, from the very moment of our birth, God has held our hand and will continue to do so until that moment when our earthly bodies give up this mortal coil and we return to God. However difficult it may seem, however uncertain we are, however alone we feel, God is travelling this journey with us. God is walking alongside us. God is holding our hand. And just as the Israelites thousands of years ago took comfort in that, we too can take comfort in that God is here with us, giving us the strength to keep going, helping us find new ways of being and being together, calling us into a deeper relationship with Him. Over the coming days and weeks, may you feel God holding your hand, leading you onward in your journey, reassuring you in the night time of your fears. For God has been there since before time began and will be there long after time ends. Amen.